Mabuhay everyone! I'm back again with another recap, analysis, and reaction of Drag Race Philippines Slaysian Royale Season 1. But before we dive into the drama, the fashion, and all the shade of this episode, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much to everyone who watched the last recap, my last recap, and especially to those amazing people who hit that subscribe button. Your support honestly means the world to me. I love doing these videos because, let's be real, I'm a certified Drag Race super fan, and especially when it comes to Drag Race Philippines. If you enjoy my content and want to see more fabulous recaps, reactions, and tea, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, like this video, and hit that notification bell. It keeps me inspired, it helps the channel grow, and it makes sure you don't miss any of my future uploads. Alright, girls, let's get into it. And this episode was packed. The episode kicks off with the queen entering back into the workroom, still gagged from Kiana's first win. Something Wong is relieved and thankful that Kiana saved her, but let's be real, if we're basing it purely on performance last episode, something should have gone home over Madame Yoko, and that's the tea. But because something and you a storyline in this episode is such a good drama, I'm not even mad now that she stayed. Siam reveals that she saved Madame Yoko because they had batted in such a short time, and something is low-key pissed about it. But she takes it with grace, very cordial. And then something asks Kiana why she decided to save her. Kiana goes, because something did the most, and I see myself in her. The whole workroom bursts out laughing. It's shady, it's calm, it's very Drag Race. Now, let's remember, Kiana admitted in her season that she was always doing the most, and the gag is, she was actually amazing. So she's basically throwing something a lifeline with a wink like, girl, I'm giving you another chance, do something right this time. On the next day, the queens enters the workroom, and Kiana, wearing her crown, a sash, and that shiny Rue badge, feeling her oats and her win. And then all of a sudden, Brigading chimes in, reminding everyone that in Kiana's season, she also won both the mini and maxi challenge. Same episode, first episode, but then adds, and that was the only win she got, like she ever got. The shade jumped out, especially when Yua gave that side eye. I was absolutely cackling. Honestly though, Kiana should have won 3 times in her season anyway. So seeing her finally get her flowers this early is so satisfying. Then Mama Pao enters the workroom to announce the Mila Challenge, a Filipino traditional race game called Kadang Kadang. The queens are divided into 3 hilarious names. I'm not gonna say the name, which is, well, it's Ko, Ho group, and the Nuts group. Okay? Together, making coconuts. Coconuts. Only in the Philippines, honey, they really know how to serve the most fun and quirky challenges. The races kicks off. Suki is not just the first round. You can really see how much fun she's having out there. Ivory powers through the second race, and Kiana won the third. And then finally, it all comes down to a showdown between the winners, Suki, Ivory, and Kiana. And girl, Kiana dominates the race. Another mini challenge win for her. 2 episodes in, and she's already racking up 3 wins, 2 mini challenges, and 1 maxi. Talk about a front runner. As part of her prize, Kiana gets to pick her own team for the maxi challenge, the iconic girl group battle. The queens have to write their own verses, slay the choreography, and perform the brand new track called Asian A. And listen, if there's one thing the Philippines knows how to deliver, it's legendary girl groups. And I'm living for this challenge. And Kiana goes straight for her fellow Filipinas when picking her team. And honestly, I was gagged, even Mama Pao. It's officially shaping up a battle showdown between Team Philippine Queens versus the International Queens. And let me tell you, the moment Kiana chose all the Filipino queens, I already knew that the international girls were in trouble. At first, something was super confident, but then reality hits her. None of the international queens can actually dance, while all the Filipinos can slay the choreography. The international group tried to stay organized by splitting responsibilities. Suki handled the styling, Kitty took over the blocking, and something wrong with choreography. Well, that's a smart move. Meanwhile, Kiana explained why she's stuck with the Filipino sisters. It's easier to understand each other. That's what she said. Communicate in Tagalog and just focus on polishing the choreography and lyrics without worrying about language barriers. And honestly, that's a strategy. Next stop, the recording studio with Maxi and Moves. Maxi's there coaching the queens, helping them polish their vocals, giving tips, and make the lyrics really pop, you know? And the Filipino queens are just vibing, no drama while recording. Then the drama already started bubbling on the international side. Like something Wong interrupts Yua mid-recording. Ivory is nervous and she said that she's feeling disorientated. Kitty has good vocals, I think. And then with Something Wong, I'm really impressed with Something Wong. I mean, her vocals. But the girls think that she's overdoing it. They are not living for it. Now on to the practicing the choreography. The Filipino queens are just having fun while practicing their choreo, while the international girls are just really not vibing. Something is taking over the entire process. The choreography to blocking, not giving Kitty a chance to contribute. I feel for Kitty. Because she clearly has great ideas, but something's overbeating energy is drowning her out. Even Siam, Suki, Ivory, and you are getting frustrated at something's dominance. The drama escalates later at the workroom. Something confronts Yua, pointing fingers and blaming her for constantly messing up the choreography, telling Yua straight to her face that she's the weakest link. I live for this drama. This is exactly why I love Drag Race Philippines. The producers are producing. I love it. The guest judges are still Maxi and Jimbo, looking stunning as always, and Mama Pao, that headpiece is so grand, beautiful. The Maxi Challenge kicks off with international queens, and honestly, they're not bad. It was an okay performance for me. Siam was serving full on sexy, very cunt energy. Kitty and Suki's lyrics were my absolute favorite. Yua was bursting with energy, and Avery, well, it's clear that she was struggling with the choreography. And Something Wong, I actually love her performance. And honestly, I just wish that she lip sync her ad libs. That's clearly the reason why she ended in the bottom to this episode. My personal tops from this group were Yua, Kitty, and Suki. Now on to the Filipino queens. And girl, I'm living for this. Every single one of them brought insane energy. Their lyrics were strong, except maybe Bernie, whose lines Venus mentioned. It's just about trans power and nothing more about her. But overall, they slayed. Venus and Kiana stood out. Kiana's gravity split. Wow, she killed both the lyrics and the stunt. It was everything. Which brings to me to my biggest tea of this episode. I honestly don't understand why Kiana wasn't in the top two. She was robbed. Could it be that the producers didn't want her winning both the Maxi and mini challenges back to back? Because maybe there's a concern that this season is favoring her or the Filipino queens. She deserves it, hands down. For the runways, Tech Couture, I'll be doing a separate video for it, but my personal favorites were Kiana, Venus, Kitty, and Suki. The top two of this week were Venus and Arizona, while Breeding ended up high safe. Honestly, for me, it should have been Kiana and Venus. I love Arizona's performance this week, but personally, I think Kiana deserved the top two placement. The bottom three were Yua, Something Wong, and Ivory, with Yua surprisingly being called safe by the judges. I thought it's gonna be her and Something Wong because of the storyline. One of my favorite moments from the judging was when Mama Pao asked, "Who's dragging their team down?" That's the Mama Pao I live for. She always brings a little chaos to the judging panel. I love it. And both Ivory and Yua pointed fingers at Something Wong. Of course, Something Wong wasn't having it and fired back, claiming it was Yua because she couldn't keep up with the choreography. Meanwhile, Brigiding and Arizona stayed cordial, saying everything was fine within their team, which honestly, I think it's the tea. They're vibing. Then Venus, catching Mama Pau's vibe, finally named Bernie just because of the lyrics, just because Bernie is all about trans power and not, the other side of Bernie. But it's okay. That moment, absolutely chaos, and I love it. The tension, the shade, the finger pointing, I live for it. Venus and Arizona lip sync to XL by Thai Italian superstar Sylvie. Both queens brought it, but Venus really on the stage. She's serving emotion, she's serving comedy, and completely nailing the lyrics. That's why she snatched the win and unfortunately sent Something Wong home. For Something, this is the end of the road for her in this Slaysian competition, but you have to give her the credit. She stirred up all the drama this week, and honestly, she made the episode way more entertaining, and shout out to you too. Overall, the episode was good, packed with performances, drama, and workroom chaos. I cannot wait for the next episode. So what did you think about this episode? Do you also think Kiana was robbed? I want to hear all of your thoughts, so please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much guys for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this recap. Every like helps the algorithm show the video to more queens and Drag Race fans like you, like me, and it honestly means the world to me. Till next time, stay fabulous and keep slaying.